Hi guys, I'm Mark. Welcome to my backyard. Today I'm going to be telling you about my barbecue smoker. A couple things. When you're working with a smoker, right now in particular, I have something cooking inside it, so it's very hot. Something you want to know, have a glove. Have two gloves. The other one burned a hole in, so it's problematic. A couple chambers. It's a two-part system. In this chamber, this is where the firebox is, alright? In here is where the fire actually is. As you can see, the smoke billows out. Now, I'm going to keep that closed. I'm going to open this real quick, but I can't open it for too long. That helps regulate the temperature by keeping these compartments closed. I'll go into that later. In here, the rack, obviously the cover. The smoke comes in from this compartment here, flows in to this compartment here, and this is where you will cook what you are cooking. It's a very slow process, but it adds a lot of flavor and it makes whatever you're cooking particularly tender. Smokestack, kind of self-explanatory. It's got a little regulator cap on the top. The regulator cap here, keeping this closed, and this area right down here, that area also regulates the heat. Now, depending on what you're cooking, you want to regulate at different temperatures. Right now, I'm smoking ribs, so I'm trying to keep it between 200 degrees and 230 degrees. So what I'm going to do to regulate the temperature a little bit, open the smokestack, and how that helps is it's pulling all of the smoke through, and the airflow has a place to go, so it continues to pull the heat. The air goes in here, gets sucked through. There's a small slit right here for the smoke to go through, goes through this chamber and up the smokestack. Same principle down here. Further this is open, the more air goes through. So right now it's still at about 180. I'm going to open this up just a tiny bit, and we're going to watch that heat skyrocket. Thing is, I didn't open it too much because what you don't want to happen is for so much heat to go through that it's going to raise the temperature and drop the temperature and raise the temperature. So you want to try to keep it as constant as possible. It's pretty self-sufficient. You open it, you leave it alone, and it's fine. If you mess around with it too much, you open this compartment, you open that compartment too much, the heat's going to drop. A little bit about the smoker. I don't know an actual date of when it started. However, what would happen is you'd have pieces of meat that weren't always the best quality. So what people would do is they would slow cook it in a smoker, over a fire, sometimes on a barbecue. With a smoker, you sit it on there, like I said, it's pretty self-sufficient. You let it go, and it smokes. It's nice and slow. It will become very, very moist, and there will be a lot of flavor, and it will be very tender. And that makes a really good set of ribs, which is exactly what we're cooking today. Not everybody has a smoker, so there's a couple things you can do. If you don't want to go out and buy a gigantic smoker like this, you can use barbecue grill. A little bit different though. Put wood chips underneath. You can put charcoal in there. The wood chips that we have in here are a hickory flavor, so that'll add a nice smoky hickory flavor to the ribs that we have in there. And what you do is you put that all underneath, let it light, but you don't want an actual fire. You kind of want them smoldering so that they're hot and producing smoke, but not a solid flame, because if you have a solid flame, they'll cook too quickly and it won't work. There are products that you can buy to put on top of your grill that will do the same. It will help you chamber that smoke to make a nice tender piece of meat. Another option that you can do is you can use terracotta pots. There's tons of ways to do it. You can find it online. Essentially, you take one terracotta pot, a larger one, and then take a smaller one, and you put them inside each other so that there's a space for the smoke. You put a grate in there, you put the meat, and you put everything underneath. It's just like the barbecue would be. A barbecue is a great way because you don't have to worry about the pots breaking if they get too hot. You can put it right in the bottom of your barbecue. You can put the stuff on top, and it'll smoke up nice and neat. I hope that in some way this has helped you, and I hope that you go out and try some way to smoke a piece of meat so that you can truly taste the flavor of the meat.